Hey guys, how we doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Okay, so it looks like Leo's gone.
Yeah, we're very much in a transition period as far as the cast goes, and I'm not sure how far it's going to carry.
Yeah.
But certainly we've got CJ stepping into the role of chief of staff.
Yeah.
Now, someone pointed out on Patreon, and they're completely right. The press secretary moving over to that job is completely unrealistic in most contexts.
Yes.
I don't mind it in this because of who CJ is. She's not your average press secretary.
Sure.
She's not just a run the room and spin. She's clearly a genius.
Yeah, and we talked about many times in the show.
Sure.
Like, if they sell us on it, we'll believe it.
Right.
And this is
Yeah.
an example of that.
Yeah, I feel like CJ could be doing whatever she wants.
For sure.
She's just brilliant.
For sure. And I'm really happy because kind of like the Donna situation
Right.
with, at the end of season 5, where like they kind of fake you out with, oh my gosh, is she gonna die? They kind of do that with Leo a little bit,
Right.
but I'm happy to see that he's not.
I am too. I'm glad they didn't just kill him off, even though it looks like he's definitely leaving the White House. Maybe he'll pop in.
Yeah,
It's possible.
I don't see him being like
a regular anymore on the show. Yeah, it might just be because John Spencer was having health problems.
No, for sure. Yeah,
people have mentioned that the reason he was looking a little gaunt was that he actually, he doesn't live much longer than this, unfortunately,
really
for John Spencer. Yeah, but he may have been having health problems that are kind of writing him off the show a little bit. Charlie might be leaving.
That was the big one for me.
Yeah, that was the big surprise for me, was that Charlie might be leaving.
And obviously Donna, too.
Donna might be leaving, too.
I kind of assumed that. I mean,
we've had that conversation where it's like, you're not doing enough. You should be ready to move on and do something else.
But even after the explosion, I was like, well, maybe, realistically, I don't see her sticking around. Maybe. I mean, you never know.
Well, the whole point of her even going was the fact that she's kind of done being Josh's personal assistant. She's grown over past the job. Remember, we had the neurotoxin or whatever it was, the outbreak, the lockdown.
Yep.
And CJ told her, you've way grown past this job. You have a long time ago. You should be doing something else.
Yeah, that was great.
And Donna kind of shut it down, but that's got to be in her mind now, right? For sure. It's like, especially after what happened, is this really, the extent of what I want to do?
And there was a few shots in the last episode where I think Josh was calling after her, and she was just kind of sitting there and being like,
Right, yeah.
And so I do anticipate her leaving.
At least that role.
At least that role.
Maybe people's roles change like CJ's. I don't know, though. I don't know people are leaving the show. Charlie might just be leaving the show. It sounds like.
Maybe. But yeah. That's going to suck. But also, we don't get a ton of Charlie, right? He's definitely supporting.
No, he is supporting.
I would say he's definitely part of the ensemble, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But, maybe he is getting written off the show.
There might be. I don't know when. I know he's on psych. I don't know when that happened. Maybe he's leaving this show because he's going to go do that.
To tell you the truth, I don't even know when this is airing. I don't even know what year this is from.
I don't either, and I don't know what year Psych was on.
Yeah,
not a show I ever really watched, but
and I know Weird Magic. You post on each episode when it was published. I forgot.
Right,
I think it's 2005.
Yeah, we got to be getting up there for sure.
So Psych I think was 2008, maybe even later.
Okay.
So. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be exciting, but also bittersweet.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what the transition, how it all kind of shakes out, and how much time they kind of spend on growing pains, because they should. Yeah. And who's going to be doing CJ's job as press secretary now?
That's a big one too.
I think it might be Will. Would have been my guess.
I would like that.
I think he's probably capable of it
for sure.
I don't know if he's is he willing to leave the vice president, because that's. But that's been the conversation forever anyway.
It would give us more of his character too.
Sure, absolutely. So we'll go and get started here, guys. But I do go and thank all of our Patreon subscribers who are here with us, and give a special. Sorry, my cat is clawing at me to pet her. Give a special shout out to Actuarial Lurker, Balash Fuldes, Chris, Derek Peterson, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Sudugundva Rapu, Torgir Linkstad, Weird Magic, Where Panda 47, and Bruce Ward. Thanks a lot, guys. Really glad you're here.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you might hit the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date on the content we've coming your way.
If you would like to see a full reaction to this and everything else that we have watched or are currently watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. Every show, including The West Wing. We're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon if we're on YouTube, so if you get done watching the YouTube edits, would like to continue, you can do it there. You're going to have to sync and watch along on your own source material. Yes. You'll only see your house for copyright purposes. My God, you're needy today.
I was waiting for her paw to come and be like,
stop pulling my leg.
She's not messing around today.
Jump off a cliff.
Yeah. You're about to get a weird promotion.
For sure. That has never happened in real life, right?
I can't imagine. There's probably been something in the history of the country, but press secretaries usually don't take those kind of jobs.
Yeah.
According to our laws,
I'm getting dressed.
you usually exit the building here.
Right.
All right, you may find it's easier to head out the west gate now. It's closer for your parking.
Different level of security for her, yeah.
And shade. They will be.
I do not need a Secret Service detail.
They'll give you a white bird.
Could we please discuss this?
We've done this before, CJ. You know better.
They're going to need a place to sleep.
You need Secret Service.
I'm glad they're showing all this.
You're going to be great at this.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Is she going to be in, like, the situation room like Leo was all the
She's
time?
going to have to be.
Yeah. This is her farewell.
Yeah.
This will be my last briefing as White House Press Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Gosh, if she didn't get time to do her goodbye.
Effective immediately, the position of White House Chief of Staff will be filled by Claudia Jean Craig.
Yeah. Huge promotion. Yeah.
Everybody in the room's like, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Right?
Everybody stand up for CJ.
Right? Feel like Sean Spicer all of a sudden is like, yeah, he's going to be vice president now.
Could you imagine? Oh my God.
Feels like 25 years ago, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah.
Oh, Jimmy Smits? Did you see that?
I did not. Wow.
Jimmy Smits is in the credits with the whiff.
People shouldn't be sending me flowers. They're for Leo.
They're for Leo. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
CIA briefer's on his way. Security will be by for a palm print and an eye scan. Armed Forces is coming to talk about a budget boost for the peacekeeping corps because they forgot to factor in food.
And this gets us to
8:45.
Yeah, Leo had to do a lot.
Yeah.
Can we do this without them? I'm not commenting.
If NATO's out, would the president
Oh, no.
reconsider UN peacekeepers?
I do not have an answer.
He's being hostile, yeah.
CJ Craig's not the only one working without a net.
Oh,
Toby.
They all lose their
They're
way.
all
The
like,
president
oh,
can
no.
always send CJ Craig to Ramallah to swat at super bombers with her purse.
Oh my God, man!
Yeah, they're all running. Yeah. Nope. Wrap it up.
my
Josh running by.
Paige Carroll, get him the hell out of there!
We can flood him with press releases.
Gotta go. Fine.
Josh is acting cool here.
Thinking about this substance abuse initiative. What do you say we send CJ to Compton? Have her swat at drug lords with her purse.
Leo likes to glance at the top sheets before senior staff circle anything he's got questions about. That way NSC can pull material for the afternoon briefing.
Yeah, she has a lot of questions.
Day one. First day. Come on.
Yeah, she's circled the whole page.
Press secretaries.
Can I apologize again?
No, but let's move finding my replacement from priority 3 to priority 1.
Okay, so we're gonna get a new press secretary thing.
Yeah.
Wow, this is hard. But I think it's just time for me to go.
Really?
I just think it's time for me to move on. This is my letter of resignation to the president.
Working for one of my closest friends is, I think, not going to bring out my best.
Oh, they're messing with
okay. It took me a second off the first one.
Maybe it's time for me to call it a day. Give the VP a chance to steer the ship.
I'm so glad the Bart was in on it.
You're weak.
You are bad man.
You service of a vengeful God.
We need a list of press secretary candidates. Pull some resumes.
Is this where Jimmy Smits comes in?
I think so. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Former economic advisor to Georgia President Rustaveli. Most top secret.
Yeah, she has clearance. Yeah.
Offer United States uranium. Highly enriched. We do not wish to make bombs. We give to you. You make what you want.
Wow.
I've got an emissary from the Republic of Georgia offering me a load of weapons-grade uranium.
Big first day.
Yeah, no kidding.
You should have. As soon as Bartlett was like, "Keep it light today," it's like,
Literally, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I
it's
was like,
not gonna
it's not
happen. Yeah.
And it's just sitting there behind what he's describing as an excellent padlock.
Deli's been over at the Iranian embassy twice in the last 3 days. We're not the only ones who got this offer.
Good to meet you. You want me up here?
That'd be great.
Don't think you're getting the job, Dan.
No, I don't know this guy. Not happening.
Yep.
Appropriate to its role as a deliberative body, may or may not have predetermined out of any zeal to.
Not. He doesn't have it.
No. I would listen to him read an audiobook.
Right.
We need to do schedule.
I was just coming to see the president.
You know you have a door in your
I see.
office. The chief of staff clears every item on the president's schedule. The chief of staff knows what will happen in every meeting and gets most of the information the president will get in the meeting.
We've been approached by the Republic of Georgia. They're looking to unload some highly enriched uranium.
You putting together a tiger team?
I'm not quite sure what that is.
4 or 5 agencies on one project, particularly something this complicated. You're going to have to spearhead the project yourself.
Why's Matthew Santos dropping out?
He's done.
He's not done. He's 42. We just got him on Ways and Means, for God's sake.
For one thing we know is that he's not leaving the show. It's his show.
He's the first person you see on the show.
It's a Bradley Whitford show.
I got pulled out. Hutchinson doesn't have a meeting.
They walked in. I thought about taking him down, but it seemed excessive.
I'm not going to respect her because she's a woman. You know what that is.
Get him out of there.
Really?
Pull the president. Take him to the mural room. Tell him he's late for his
He
1:15.
doesn't have a 115.
Make one up.
CJ going to have to get into it with Hutchinson, who we've always hated anyway.
Yeah, Hutchinson sucks.
He always has.
Secretary Hutchinson.
Yeah, I don't
Congratulations, woman of the hour.
Thank you.
Why does Matt Santos want to run again?
Because he's a tool. We just got him onto Ways and Means.
They love him in Houston. Maybe he wants to run for governor.
300 pages on snowmobiles.
The president's got lunch with Interior tomorrow. Yellowstone's gonna come out.
And there's no one else in the building that can position us?
You really have to start walking now.
They're asking for $18 million worth of emergency aid. It doesn't say how they came up with that number. Does HHS know they're calling it a global health alert?
I'll call them.
You're late. Yeah, she's first time in the Situation Room. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I always love it when we get her point of view on things.
Sure.
The Russians can't secure it. Their facilities are a joke.
It's got to come here.
Well, who's going to pay for it?
Excellent question.
You're going to have a PR nightmare on your hands.
Isn't the larger PR crisis one wherein Al-Qaeda steals the stuff and we have to admit it wasn't under our control because we were too cheap to go get it? Are we considering leaving a stash of uranium unprotected because we can't scrape up $25 million?
Get the president a report on domestic storage capacity.
Hang on, I'm not sure we're ready
He
to
asked
get
me
this.
for it. We done?
Is that true?
Get your bearings a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
push that guy around.
I mean, Leo's been doing it forever. He would have run that meeting.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, we may be able to get the Russians to help.
Hutchinson wants to keep the Russians out of it.
Sir, your conversation with the Secretary of Defense?
We didn't talk that much.
The president was aware when he drafted the peacekeeping agreement that the international community wasn't going to jump in like a pack of eager lemmings.
The lemmings die at the end of the story.
Governor of Tennessee calls Georgian package absolutely not.
How did he? Who the hell leaked it? The Secretary of Energy.
This is the guy. We're done.
We're not done. I'd like a list 3 to 5 names.
This really shows what Leo had to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, like every day, that would just be.
We're not in the dream-making business. Why not a
There he
cap
is.
that says punitive damages stop at $5 million?
Because in the most egregious cases,
You invest that money, it's a good life.
So he's a congressman.
And these are the credits.
Interesting. So they have to be giving him a job then, right? If he's joining the cast? I can't imagine a congressman being a full-time cast member.
Patient's Bill of Rights.
Final shudder and gasp of a dying piece of legislation.
Congressman, your strong presence on the floor, your staff's on fire. How can you walk away from this? You're the one who's got to put his name on the bill.
When I was the mayor of Houston, we opened up 8 neighborhood health clinics. I'm gonna go home and open up 20 more. That's not a health care agenda, Josh. That's health care. There's never gonna be a patient's Bill of Rights. Congress won't do it. Go out there and do what you were born to do.
Now, you're screwing the party a little bit here. It's not like we got a lot of bench strength in Texas.
I know.
He just came in and crushed it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Greg Brock's writing an "Is the administration in over its head" story.
Where'd he get
Rumor, speculation.
Toby's briefing. Talk to Greg Brock. Get him to hold the story.
He has nothing.
Then he'll run nothing next week.
I misspoke, okay?
Never crossed your mind to reject the premise of the statement.
So I'm a lousy public speaker.
Talk to Brock. It wasn't a suggestion.
It was what? An order?
Yeah. She's the chief of staff, man.
I'll be back.
Where are you going?
It's hard seeing him like that.
It is. But the question has to be, how did you do this?
I don't think this is going to work out.
The level of understanding you just have,
right?
And appreciation you have.
Right. It's like, oh my God, this was his day.
Yeah.
I never wanted a double vodka at 9 a.m. until this week.
They say the first step is admitting you have a problem. I'm not sure I'm the right person.
Hutchinson's a son of a... Is that just me, or...
Secretaries have agendas, policy wonks have information.
Right. How many policy wonks work for me?
A bunch.
I need a viable plan for funding an emergency uranium extraction from Sunny to Tbilisi.
Yeah.
Resist the temptation to rely on the emergency non-proliferation fund. Apparently, we've already spent it.
Is this...
Yep, right place. You're Annabeth Scott?
Shot.
You are Kristen Chenoweth.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Award winner.
Yeah. She was in the original Wicked, right?
She's what?
I think she was in the original Wicked, right?
Yeah.
Are you the gal I talked to on the phone?
Thank you so much for coming in, but we're going to move on to somebody who has a clearer understanding of the position.
You're hiring a press secretary. The president's fixing to send C.J. Craig to Ramallah to swat at suicide bombers with her purse. It's gotta be some purse. Why on earth would you try and hire a new press secretary with C.J. Craig only 10 minutes out of the job?
Does somebody not talk to these people? And who exactly do you think is going to brief the press?
You just need a little grooming. But I can take care of that. And I'll help you find a new press secretary.
So if she's going to get hired, but Toby's going to be the one doing the briefings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should hire either one of them. I think I should do it.
Do what?
Brief the press? I have a quality. But we do a real search, not in one day, and hopefully not with me sitting in there listening to them.
This is remarkably well thought out.
She came up with it, Mary Beth.
Annabeth, did you talk to Greg Brock?
He's not holding the story. We're unprepared is the story, and it's not coming from here. It's coming from DOD. Graham Bradley told him they lowballed the troop estimates. We can't do it with 18,000 men.
I love you. Hutchinson's trying to railroad the Georgia project because he can't afford it. You most certainly have a quality.
I mean, it's Richard Schiff, yeah. He is watchable, for sure.
I need to speak with him.
Come here.
Oh, just go from your own office?
Yeah. You can just walk in.
Yeah.
Right. We're not ready to assess domestic nuclear storage facilities, sir. The team hasn't evaluated all the options, and I haven't presented you with complete information. I think it's you doing my job for me. Thank you, Mr. President.
CJ taking charge.
I just got spanked.
She is crushing it.
I'd like to sit with the president.
Recommendations on the project will flow through this office, and I will keep the president up to speed.
The only viable option right now
Mr.
is
Secretary.
to secure the material where it is.
Mr. Secretary.
Because operationally and financially, we don't have the resources.
Miles,
Yeah.
we will find the money. You will not. You're overextended. We will find the money elsewhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
Handled that.
Yeah, she did.
Had a great meeting with Matt Santos.
Good. So he's keeping his seat?
No, he's screwing us.
There's still some concern about the political fallout if we bring foreign nuclear material onto American soil.
EPA, you're chief of staff. You can make the call.
Still getting used to it.
Yeah. You can kind of run the government yourself.
For sure. Her story, like, from working in Hollywood.
Yeah. Really, yeah.
Staff,
Yeah, she was, what'd she do, like PR for directors and stuff?
Yeah.
Studios?
Would you please set up a call first thing tomorrow morning with the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom?
Sure.
Yeah.
Great episode.
Well,
Great episode.
It really was, and I'm glad we got there. I'm glad they didn't hide from the fact that the transition is going to be tough for kind of everybody that's doing it. Mm-hmm. Still curious what's going to happen with Charlie, but my big takeaway I still don't get is what's going on with Matt Santos,
Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Smith. Someone said Rick Smith, who played in the NBA. Jimmy Smith's character.
Yeah, it's funny. Obviously, he's had an insane career.
Yeah, oh yeah.
TV legend. When I was a kid, he was the guy from Star Wars for me.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Like, oh,
right.
You mean the guy from Star Wars? But no.
He was in a really good season of Dexter when there was one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else wasn't he?
Yeah. He's an incredibly talented actor.
He was he was the pilot of Miami Vice.
Was he?
Yeah, he was blown up.
Bad guy early on. But yeah, he's done legal shows. I mean, he's been around forever.
For sure. And like you said, curious to see how he factors into this show. I mean,
right.
Opening credits, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so he's going to be on. He's resigning from Congress, but the plan is to go back home and just join the private sector to Texas. Obviously, that's not what Josh has in mind. So Josh has a different plan, and it doesn't include him staying in Congress. So I don't know what Josh envisions here.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah, no, we will.
It's got to be something significant, I guess.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
there's one possibility.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
It's like, is it possible that Josh is thinking about him? I don't know. We just met him. That's
why I don't want to sound dumb.
Yeah,
because I thought that.
I almost said, like, is he thinking about him as a candidate to run against Bob Russell?
Well,
but I mean, he's a House of Representatives guy who's resigning. We just met him. We don't know anything about him. Josh doesn't seem to know that much about him. I mean, but they kept talking about the Patient's Bill of Rights. It's like, was he thinking like he can run on that? But I don't know. It's like that's a big reach.
That's why, like, it is a big reach, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, like, it's Jimmy Smith's,
right?
He's what I can't think of any other.
I mean, he's joining the show. Yeah. It's got either
season 6. It's that time,
right? It's either that or he's working in some role in the White House. That I don't know what it is. then I don't know what it would be.
That's what I'm racking my brain trying to think of, like, what positions.
What would they be bringing him in to do?
For sure.
Right.
Because when I saw him, I was like, okay, so obviously he's going to be taking over CJ's job. And then we met him, and I was like, okay, well, that's not the case at all. Yeah.
He's definitely not like coming in to be Donna or Charlie. So, you know,
kind of funny.
be a really weird. Yeah. Big step down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an assistant after being a congressman.
To spend my retirement.
You're right. So I don't know. They've got a plan for what they're going to use him for. I don't know what it is.
I'm looking forward to seeing CJ crush it some more. You know, because I thought this was amazing. It seems like the strongest episodes of the show involve CJ.
They do.
You know what I mean? She's just a powerhouse. We say this Josh's show. Dude, this is CJ's show. She is so freaking good on this show, man. And I haven't seen her in anything else quite to this level. She's a fantastic actress, but like,
yeah, I mean, she was on Moms. Is that the show that she's been on?
That the Anna Faris one?
Yeah.
I think she won an Emmy or something like that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Right.
She's amazing in everything.
Yeah.
But this show is like exceptional. Like she is exceptional in this show, and she deserves every award that she's ever gotten.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you next one, guys.
See ya.